Hello all, and welcome to the next video on the rooftop two-headed cow caravan of treasure and sometimes barter. See, the streak is back. I am now good on the name. Uh, yeah, kind of been a minute, but just trying to get some more videos down the pipeline. There's a lot I've been trying to edit, and work has just been kind of crazy. I got a little sick this past week as well. You might be able to tell my voice is still a little funny. It hasn't quite come all the way back yet. Still a little nasally, still a little congested. So it is what it is. There you go. But yeah, this is a new edition of Tales from the Mailbag. And this is probably going to be a bit of a long one. If I have to, I'll cut it in half. I know most people would rather just have one long one. Some people rather have it cut in half. We'll see how long it takes. I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum and kind of get through these quickly. If you can guess what's mostly in this mailbag just by the title, then kudos to you. I did try to use some creativity with the title in this one. I'm actually proud of the title of this mailbag. So, anyways. And then the thumbnail might give a couple of those things away, but oh well. So we're just going to kind of jump right into this. I'm going to start with my store finds, of course, on Tales from the Mailbag. It's not always quite just mailbag or stuff I order. I do tend to often go into stuff I find at stores, too. The first one is something that is not actually for me, but a friend of mine, I shouldn't even say a friend, my cousin, who I've bought stuff for on the past and opened up on the channel, and he lets me open it up, send it to him, stuff like that. And he's doing the same thing with this one. At Walmart, I was able to find a Lobo. A DC Multiverse Lobo. I'm not the biggest Lobo in the Lobo world in the fan. I know a lot of people kind of just outright really don't like Lobo. I don't have anything against Lobo. I've never really read a lot of Lobo. But, excuse me. But, my cousin, he's a big Lobo fan. He likes Lobo, and he wanted this figure. He hasn't found it yet. There's a couple of them at Walmart. I picked this one up for him. I'm going to do an unboxing of it, and then I'll send it to him. So just be aware this one's not for my collection. This one's actually going to my cousin. He also knows a guy who's going to be doing a different head. He's buying a custom head for this Lobo because he said everything looks pretty good. These are my cousin's thoughts, not mine. Basically, his thing is that it's a good-looking figure, but he doesn't like the head. He says the head looks weird, and he doesn't know why it's like a completely different color than the rest of his skin. So he's actually follows a guy on Instagram who makes custom heads, and that guy has been making custom Lobo heads since this figure came out. He's going to get one with like the kind of classic Lobo 90s spiky hair and a cigar, which I think is pretty cool actually. So, and then he's going to eventually do a head swap on this figure. But I will be opening up this base ass figure for him, and then I'm going to pack it up and ship it out to him. It'll save a little bit on shipping too. And then he's going to replace the head. Like I said, I don't know a lot about Lobo, but I'd probably agree with my cousin. I don't like the head sculpt on this. It looks weird. I don't know why he's kind of got like a Joker face paint all white thing going. I know Lobo tends to be either like completely pale white or like grayscaled in his entire skin tone, but I don't know why it's like two different ones here. Credit where credit's due. I do kind of like the blue highlights in the hair. That's kind of cool. But again, I'm not sure I like the long kind of hairstyle here. Also, excuse me. Lobo's usually shirtless, right? Like here he's wearing like a tank top or something. Like a wife beater, I guess. A V-neck wife beater at that. But usually he's like shirtless, right? With just the vest. Either way, like I said, I'm going to open this up, send it to my cousin, and he's going to replace the head. I'll try to get pictures of the alternate head and post them on my Instagram or something. That way I can kind of see what he's going for. But yeah. Moving on to the next one. I also found this at Walmart. I double bagged it. Hold on, let me take the receipt out. There we go. I found me a Multiverse Swamp Thing. This was a couple of days after the Lobo. And this one is mine. I am keeping this one. I love Swamp Thing. Anybody who knows me knows I have an affinity for swampy tree people. I love Swamp Thing over in Marvel. I love Man Thing. Kind of get a better glimpse here. It's a pretty tall box. Yeah, this is supposed to be based off of his Rebirth design, which I did not read any Swamp Thing Rebirth stuff. And then there's a variant for this that's a GameStop exclusive where he has the antlers on the head. That's more from the New 52. New 52 Swamp Thing. I've talked about it before on this channel. I thought the New 52 sucked for the most part. I really did. I just thought most of the books were kind of ass, save for a very select few. I think Swamp Thing was one of those few. I thought Scott Snyder did a great job with his Swamp Thing and tying it back to Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, which I love. I love Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. So this is a pretty good Swamp Thing. I think this is probably one of the best, if not the best Swamp Thing we've ever gotten. I have the first DC Direct Swamp Thing. It's much more subdued, not as detailed. It's a good figure, not this big for sure. Maybe I'll dig it out and put like a comparison photo on Instagram or something. But yeah, I definitely like the Swamp Thing. The only thing I think that kind of holds it back from being quite perfect, just kind of looking at it in the box, is I think if you ran some coloring on like the viney bits, like the big vine going through his leg and the one kind of going down the chest here, and like some of the ones on the arm, add maybe like a little bit of an amber or an orange tint to those, and I think you would have like a really classic, good-looking Swamp Thing. It's already very good as is. I think that would actually make it pop a little bit more, though. I'm not very good with customizing stuff, so I don't do that, so I'd have to find somebody to do it. But, yeah. Looks really good. Big-ass box. Funny enough, excuse me, I think somebody was trying to hide this at my Walmart, which I don't know how you hide a box this big. I mean, I know people have hidden some stuff in Walmart pretty crazily before. But I had went a couple of days previous, and I saw that Lobo set. There was a couple of Lobos. They had the Joker with the crowbar from the Three Jokers, and God, what is it? That super. I'm trying to think of where it's from, but it's that Superman with like the black and red kind of thing going on with it. I don't know what that's from, but yeah. And then a bunch of McFarlane Wonder Womans. The one that's like Todd McFarlane's design. There's got to be at least 20 of those at my Walmart. They're not moving at all. Which is weird because it's a good looking figure. But then the McFarlane Batman was the same way at Walmart before, at my Walmart, where nobody was really buying that one. Anyways, a couple days later, I went back, and they had the Three Jokers Batman, and that was pretty much it. Add that to what I had just listed. And then I was kind of looking around, and I was looking at the WWE toys, and on top of it, behind like these big-ass Beyblade sets, I could just see a DC box. And I kind of looked at it, and I got... this is going to sound funny. I couldn't reach it. I'm like 6 foot, kind of tall, and I couldn't reach it because it was so far back. So I think somebody pushed it back there. So I got one of the Star Wars lightsabers, and I like one of those cheap ones that like you can extend it in the store. I extended it, and I pushed this towards the back end, and I went and I grabbed it when it was on the edge on the other aisle by the bicycles. So I had to do some fiddling around to get this off of that shelf, and it was Swamp Thing, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I think somebody was hiding this guy. But it is what it is. I'm still looking for the Walmart King Shark, because I don't really want to get that whole set. I do want King Shark, though. Him and Polka Dot Man. But it is what it is. But yeah, there we go. Swamp Thing. That'll be fun to look at. I love Swamp Thing. I gotta... Like, Swamp Thing, low-key, maybe one of my, like, top 3 comic book favorites of all time. And it's kind of weird I say that, because I like so many characters. But I always go back to him, kind of. He's a constant. Let me see. We got some crazy stuff here. Let's do this box. So now I'm moving into stuff I did order. So, yeah. Yeah, well, look at this one. Like I said, based on the title of this, you might be able to guess what some of these are. But anyways, we're going to take a look at this one. This one should fit right in line with what we just kind of looked at. There we go. I mentioned, I think maybe in one of my previous mailbags, that I was trying to get more into the McFarlane Multiverse toys. So I started going back and looking for ones I didn't get. And I was able to finally find one of these for a good price. A Superman. Yeah. I believe this is what, Action Comics Superman? It's like the Action Comics 1000. There you go. Action Comics 1000 Superman. I like it. It looks really good. I think it's probably from like a baseline, like, you know, $20-ish area. Probably the best Superman we've really had. The only thing I can admit that I'm not the biggest fan of are the cuffs, like at the end of his wrists. He's got those kind of cuffs that, like, we've kind of seen on more modern Supermans, and I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I don't think it's too big of a deal, to be honest. But yeah, glad to finally have like a really good comic book Superman. I have the NECA Christopher Reeve Superman, but I didn't have like a good comic book Superman, so this is kind of exciting to finally find. It took me a while to find one for a good price, but yeah, he's not the easiest to find anymore. Because he was part of like that first wave, I think. But glad to have it now. I say he's the best Superman in this price range because, actually, this is funny, just the other day, me and my buddy were talking about that new Mafex Batman Hush Superman. That's a hell of a figure. If you haven't seen that figure, go look at it. I can't bring myself to get it just based off the price. But my buddy pre-ordered it, and it's a hell of a figure. It might be the best Superman ever made when it's all said and done. But we got this one, so yay. We gotta save that one. What's in this? Look at this one. You know what? No. Take a look at this one. We got this one. I'm pretty sure I know what this one is. This is, I think, the only figure out of all these that I got that's a loose figure. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up, make sure everything's good. Try to find a place to open this. Huh. I wonder if I can cut that right down the middle there. Maybe? There we go, okay. It's in a... This is like a weird box to open. It's like a Boeing box, which is like a... like airplanes, right? Or some shit? I don't know. Like, I'm guessing. Anyway... Oh, God. Okay. There we go. I don't know if y'all can tell what that is in the plastic there. This is the empty box. That was hell to get open. Oh well, this means it was packed good. We have a figure I've been wanting, but I never saw, like, around me. It was one that I wasn't going to particularly order, ever. But I always told myself, like, if I see it around at Walmart or GameStop or whatever, I'm going to buy it. And I never did. Even when I would go to Targets out of town and stuff, I never found this figure. So finally, I went ahead, I found a cheap one that was loose, but complete, and went ahead and picked them up. But we have the McFarlane Arkham Asylum Batman. He's loose, but he comes with everything. There's all his accessories. He's even got the stand. He looks fantastic. I love Arkham Batman. I pretty much like all the games except Arkham Knight. I'm not saying Arkham Knight's a bad game. I mean, gameplay-wise, it's probably the best one in the series. Story-wise, it's easily the worst one. Which is disappointing because it was like the big final kind of game. I know we're getting that new one with like Nightwing and Jason Todd and Tim Drake and Batgirl or whatever. But I can't bring myself to be like, yeah, that's going to be good. But here we go. There he is. He seems to suffer from the disease that all Arkham Batman suffer from, and that his cape is too long. I get he has a long cape, but if you try to stand him up on his own, it's going to be hard because the cape goes past his feet. But I do. It's one of my favorite Batman designs for sure. I don't know. Where's the stand? There we go. Maybe that'll help. Kinda. Yeah. I mean, it helps. You have to kind of push the cape back and let it kind of prop itself up. But there you go. But, I mean, beyond that, it's a great looking figure. I like the way... I've always liked the way the cape kind of draped over his shoulders in the Arkham games. It's got a very, at least in my opinion, a very Brian Boland-esque look to it. But with, like, more black and gray classic colors. Because I think Brian Boland always kind of used the blue. But I like it. I really do. I really like this figure. It was one I was looking for quite a while. Never found it, so I just figured, you know what, let me see if I can find one online. So, found one loose, but he's complete, so that's cool with me. Yeah, glad to have it either way. I think this one should be next. Based off of that. Big box, but what is in it is not that big. But I'm always okay with that. Good protection. Shipping wasn't expensive either, so... It doesn't weigh much, it's just a big box. Well, that didn't cut. Wow. There we go. Should be this one. Yep, there we go. Told you, big box for really not a lot going on, but... to go with our Batman, I picked up the Arkham Joker. Specifically Arkham Asylum Joker. There we go. I figured if I was going to get Batman, I was going to go ahead and get Joker. Yeah. I mean, pretty simple. That's pretty much my explanation. Like I said, I like the Arkham games. So if they make a character out of the Arkham games I really want, I'll get it. I am not getting the Arkham Deathstroke. They made an Arkham Origins Deathstroke, I think. Just because I think Deathstroke's kind of trash. So, let's just be honest here. He has a cool moment in Arkham Origins, but it's just a quick time fight. And then in Arkham Knight, he's a tank. Like, what the hell? Like, it was dumb. But definitely got Batman, definitely got Joker. There's some other ones I'd probably get that I think would be cool. I think a re-release of Mr. Freeze would be awesome. Or McFarlane doing a Mr. Freeze from Arkham. Scarecrow would probably be pretty cool. Riddler, obviously. There's a lot of good ones to get. There's some bad ones that I probably wouldn't get. They could make a mega figure of Arkham Grundy. Arkham City Sullivan Grundy. That's the most random thing in any of those games. But yeah, we got Joker to go with our Batman. I think my big thing with Arkham is Arkham kind of feels like it could be this alternate take or like extension of the animated show. If you don't know, Paul Dini actually helped write, I want to say like Arkham Asylum and Arkham City for sure. And then he wasn't a part of Arkham Knight because they like kicked him out of the writer's room or something. And I think it shows because, like I said, that game's story is kind of dookie. I think it's just a disappointing way to end that, what was such a good franchise, story-wise. Gameplay-wise, no, but story-wise for sure. Trying to think of what would be in these. Okay. I'll do this one, because I think this is kind of the next thing to fall in line with that. We got a Walmart box. I use Walmart boxes a lot. They're really cheap and they're pretty durable. Especially for selling stuff. Go for a Walmart box. Yes, okay. Popping a airbag there. Pretty sure this is going to be the last DC Multiverse figure for now. But it's another one I had to go back and find because it was not easy. I never saw it around here. And to be fair, I wasn't collecting Multiverse at the time. But I still never saw it pop up around here. And this one's kind of hard to get now. So I kind of had to pay a little bit of a price for this. Thankfully, I had I had money on my Macari account, so I just used that. And then paid like the extra whatever, like $3 that was left over. Excuse me. But again, same thing, kind of along with that Superman. I think for the price range and everything, this is probably one of the best Nightwings I've ever seen. I believe it is Nightwing from Rebirth, right? Or Better Than Batman. Wasn't that part of Rebirth? I could be wrong. I didn't like Rebirth. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't like Rebirth. Because I believe Benjamin Percy did Rebirth Nightwing for a while, right? After New 52. I didn't like it when... who was it? Was it Scott Lobdell? Or... Jenkins or whatever? Whoever took it over and turned him into Rick Grayson, screw you. I thought that was just a dumbass storyline. But, that being said, this is outright probably the best Nightwing I've seen. Funny enough, Mafex is also coming out with a Nightwing that also looks like the best Nightwing ever. But again, price-wise, I don't think I can get that. So for, $20, or the price range that this was in originally, best Nightwing we're probably going to get. So, happy to have it. I love Dick Grayson. He's my favorite of the Robins. Easily my favorite of the Robins. And probably, besides Batman himself, my favorite character in, the Batman family is Dick Grayson. So there you go. Good to have it. This was a part of the Batmobile Build-A-Figure. Or Build the Batmobile. Excuse me, I keep coughing. I told you I'm getting over a sickness. Yeah, so I'm not going to go after the other pieces for the Batmobile, so that's just going to be a thing. So, yeah. Happy to have it, though. I saw the Batgirl for that at Walgreens a few different times. Thought about getting it just to go with Nightwing, but never really pulled the trigger on it. So that, I'm pretty sure that does it for the multiverse aspect of this video. These next couple of boxes in the middle are going to be fun, just because, again, if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of it. So, first things first, I have there it is. First time in a long time, a Ringside Collectibles order. This one's going to be a little unique because this is the first time I've ever ordered damaged box from Ringside. I just figured since I'm opening figures now, which I've been doing for a while now, but I used to not. I didn't need them to be all pristine and stuff, so I think all the figures that I ordered, I think there's 4 of them, 4 or 5. I think they're all damaged box. If you don't know what damaged box is, Ringside has figures for sale or pre-order or whatever, and then once they get them in, some of them that come in, they're not exactly in the most pristine condition, the boxes, not the figures, but the boxes. So they'll put them up on sale for like a couple of bucks cheaper because the box is kind of torn up. And I don't really see anything wrong with that because they tell you right there, the box is damaged, but the figure is completely mint. So that's okay with me because I'm going to be opening them anyways. But I'm pretty sure all of these are supposed to be damaged box. Might be wrong on that. I don't think I am though. I'm kind of just hoping I got all the ones I need. There's a couple already that I need to go and pre-order now. Like, I ordered these, and then a couple days later, it was like, oh, these new pre-orders are up. And I was like, damn it. Yeah, okay. What else is in here? Okay, yeah. Alright. We're just going to set this here and kind of go through these. As I moved my camera by accident. Oh, don't fall. That almost fell. Okay. We'll try to put this board to the side over here. First thing right off the bat you might be able to see is the Ultimates Undertaker. I've been pretty much waiting for this type of Undertaker for a long time. Not just Ultimates, but this look. It's got a very 97, 98 Undertaker look. There you can see it's I'm pretty sure it's Wrestlemania 14 where he faced Kane for the first time. There you go, if you want to read that little thing there. It's my favorite look for Undertaker, that 97, 98 kind of look, before he went full demon, devil, Satan worship mode. Funny enough, like, the box looks pretty good. Like, it said damaged box on this one. I mean, I'm gonna say it's got some like smudging up here, but that's nothing. I see stuff like that at Walmart all the time. I mean, it's kind of whatever here. Still, saved a couple of bucks on that. Cool. But yeah, I think much like some of the previous Ultimates, this is probably going to be the best version of the Undertaker we ever get. Like that Rock figure. It's like the best Rock figure we've ever gotten. Right out the box here. Okay, now I can see why this one was listed as damage box. Somebody who is not with WWE, sadly. Bronson Reed. Again, the cautionary tale of why sometimes it just absolutely sucks to be a WWE fan. Because they have somebody who's really good with a lot of potential, and then just let him go for no apparent reason other than, let's, top off our bottom line, which really sucks. But I can see why this one's damaged box. You can tell it's crushed up top. It's got the thing there. The back of it is just concaved. So I get this one. But glad to have him, especially since he's not with the company anymore. I had been wanting a Bronson Reed for a while. So I didn't pre-order this like I should have probably. I waited till it actually came out. And yeah. So glad to have a Bronson Reed. We'll definitely take a look at him. Let's see, who do we got here? Okay, again, I can see why this one was listed as a damaged box. We got a classic Big Boss Man. Again, I think another great one to kind of add to your late 80s, early 90s collection. I like the blue. It's the blue classic Cobb County, Georgia Boss Man. He comes with the hat. He's got his nightstick. He's got the handcuffs. He looks really good. He's got that weird buzz cut. Again, box. The front doesn't look that bad. The bottom is definitely crushed up there. It's even got a tear. And then the back is kind of concaved into. So yeah, we ended up with 2 figures out of the set. Big Boss Man and Bronson Reed. So yeah. Boss Man is actually the Chase variant in this set too. I remember when I almost pre-ordered him and the Chase, because the Chase, I hadn't seen any of the proto images or anything. And Ringside didn't have the photos up. The Chase just said black variant or whatever. So I was thinking it was going to be like the variant was going to be Attitude Era Boss Man. So I was going to get both. Like, okay, I got like Rock and Wrestling Boss Man and Attitude Era Boss Man. This is great. Thankfully, I waited because the one in black is actually like Big Bubba Rogers WCW Boss Man, which I didn't really care to get. So hopefully now that we have this Boss Man, hopefully soon we actually get an Attitude Era Elite Boss Man. We have the basic that comes with that the British Bulldog. It's Bulldog in the jeans and Boss Man Attitude Era, kind of Attitude Era. When they were feuding for the hardcore title, and British Bulldog helped Al Snow or whatever. So we have that one, but I would definitely like to see it in an elite form. So here's what it is. Okay, I got this one damaged box as well. Okay, I guess I can kind of see why it's damaged, but it's not that big of a deal. Again, I see stuff like this at Walmart all the time. Anyways, I had to pick up an RVD. I had a couple of Jakks RVDs back in the day, but I've never had a Elite RVD, a Mattel RVD. So definitely got this one. He is the Chase variant of this set. You can get the classic Tiger Stripe, or you can get the, I believe it's like when he won Money in the Bank. It's like a reddish kind of gear. I could be wrong on that. Hopefully I'm not. No, it's the Japan one, isn't it? Where it's like white with the red Japanese sun or whatever. Either way, I got Tiger Stripe. It's classic ECW RVD. Get Tiger Stripe. Come on. Box looks good. I got this one damaged box as well. All of these were damaged box. I mean, there's a little tape up here where it looks like it might have gotten squeezed in. But again, not that bad. Bottom is a little messed up, but again, nothing bad. We have a Hogan in this set. We got Rob Van Dam, Austin Theory. We got Sammy Guevara down there. Get it? Do you get it? That's a joke. Anyway. Kevin Owens and Bianca Belair. I like that Bianca Belair. I almost got that Bianca Belair. I ended up not getting her. But she's kind of one of those ones, if I see her in the store, I'll probably pick it up. Because it looks really good. But yeah, we got an RVD. Really excited for this one. And lastly in this box, this one doesn't look damaged at all, but I'm pretty sure I got this one damaged box as well. What the hell? Anyways, we got a WrestleMania Elite AJ Styles. And that's pretty much all that's in this box. Yeah. So what was that, 5? Yeah, 5 figures in this order. But here we go. I think it's great to have. We've already gotten the Undertaker to go with us for the their, what the hell was it? Boneyard match. Which I still claim is the best cinematic match ever. I mean, the Hardy stuff was really good in TNA. But I think from a actual serious perspective, definitely this. Yeah, we got the Undertaker previously, and now we have the AJ to go with it. If you didn't get that Undertaker and you have a hard time finding it, it's getting re-released as a top talent, I think, Elite. I believe so. So you can get it. You can get it on the re-release if you want. But there we go. I thought this is a pretty solid set for the most part, except for the Brett. I don't want old man Brett in jean shorts. I'm sorry, I just don't. But I'm pretty sure it's WrestleMania 25 Shawn Michaels, which I've almost gotten as well. I thought about getting that one. And we have WrestleMania 19 Austin with the one more round vest. Almost thought about getting that one too. I thought about getting it and just hoping we would get a Hollywood Rock to go with it. And then we got AJ. But so for now, I only got AJ. The WrestleMania set does come with a Build-A-Figure. You can get that classic McMahon, but he's in a black suit with a red bow tie. Instead of the blue 80s suit we had before, we're kind of getting more of a... kind of like his new generation black suit that he wore a lot, instead of the 80s one. Not gonna really go for that. I don't really feel the need to get a Vince McMahon Build-A-Figure. Maybe if it was like Attitude Era Vince in like a gray suit, like that'd be kind of cool, but not really going to go out of my way for it. But good to have this to go with that Undertaker finally. I think we all knew that figure was coming. It was just a matter of time to go with when they had the Undertaker one. I'm going to open this one. It's funny because I got 2 boxes here that came from my friend Cranky, like pretty close together. Because he found some stuff I wanted, and he found this one too. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna open the first one first, as I tell this story. So, yeah, this is from my buddy Cranky in Orlando. Again, I don't live by Target, so I always have to go out of town when I want to go to a Target and check a Target, and that's always risky because you're wasting the gas if you don't find anything. But he frequents Target a lot in Orlando, so he's always checking out for me, or looking out for me, and I do vice versa, because he hates going to Walmart, so I always go to Walmart. And we've always found stuff for each other back and forth. Anyways, he went and he found the new Legends set. So that's what this is. Not all of them, because I didn't want all of them. But he got me 3 out of the 4. So I'll explain why I didn't get the other one, the last one, the 4th one in that set. There is a reason. I don't know why that was so hard to cut open. Anyways, so there we go. Yeah, so we got a Bob Orton, Cowboy Bob Orton. Pretty funny. He comes with the boxing gloves. Yeah. Yeah, this is when he took on Mr. T in a boxing match. It was kind of the lead up to WrestleMania 2, I think. Anyways, Bob Orton, kind of one of those forgotten legends you don't hear a lot about these days. Of course, the father of Randy Orton, all that good stuff. He comes with the cast, which I think is pretty cool. He's got like the flat cowboy hat, he's got a vest, and he does have alternate hands to replace the boxing gloves. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of one of those ones that I think, like, if you're going to go for that whole rock and wrestling era, you might as well get him. Like, he belongs in there, so glad to have it. Excuse me. As you can see, we also got Triple H and Jake Roberts. The one in the set I did not get was Hurricane, mainly because I already have the first Elite Hurricane that came out like a year and a half, 2 years ago, with the short hair, like when he was really funny. This is more like towards the end of his run, ECW Hurricane, and I didn't want that one. So I got the other 3 though. We got Jake, Triple H, and Bob Orton. So there's Bob Orton. Here is our DX Army Triple H. If you saw my previous mailbag, then you know I already have the Billy Gunn. So we're just going to move it along. I'm going to try to get all of them, obviously. I want all of them. I want to say Road Dogg is the next one. Is Road Dogg the next one? I think he is. Either way, though. Cool. Glad to have it. Yeah. I don't know why. I thought this was the same head sculpt as the Triple H, the SummerSlam Triple H we recently got, but it's not. It's actually different. Interesting. And then lastly, out of this box, we have Jake. I did not get the first Legends Jake that came out a while back, but I am glad I got this one now because I love the fire tights, and he comes with the Cobra, so you can recreate that Randy Savage moment. I like it. I like it a lot. And I believe, yeah, he does. He comes with the gloved hand to hold the Cobra with, too. We got the burlap sack. Alternate hands. I think it's a great head sculpt. This is, yeah. I'm glad to finally have a Jake. I did not have an Elite Jake. I have a Jake. And I think this is, like, one of the best Jakes to have because it's that real gnarly heel turn against Randy Savage when he, you know, put the Cobra on him. Like, it's just an iconic, classic moment, and we now have that in figure form, and I'm so excited for it. Yeah. I have a feeling WWE figure-wise, this one could be a figure of the year candidate, just based on, like, what it kind of represents and everything. So, really happy to have that one. Or it's going to be one of the elites, or ultimates. So that was what was in that box. This is the second box from my buddy Cranky. And I had hell getting this box, because he sent me those. He found those. I was like, yeah, give me those 3. I don't need Hurricane. He boxed them up and he sent them like the next day. Then the next day after he sent those, he went back to Target and he's like, oh, they just put these out. And I was like, ah, damn, because I didn't get it on ringside. And it was another one of those situations where I was kind of like, I'm sorry, my camera's all messed up. It was another one of those situations where I was like, I don't really feel like ordering it or pre-ordering it, but if I see it in store, I'll probably get it. And then he saw it, and I was like, yeah, go ahead and get it for me, because he said there was only one left. So just weird that it happened so back-to-back like that. Then, mailman comes to drop it off and leaves me a note that says I owe postage. So, of course, I get a hold of Cranky immediately, and I'm like, hey, man, like, did you not pay the shipping? And I trust Cranky, you know, through and through. So I knew he paid shipping, but I was just making sure. And he was like, well, of course I did, and, like, all this stuff. And I had to, like, call the manager of the post office and everything. And he wouldn't tell me what it was. I had to wait till the next day because the postman hadn't returned to the post office yet with the box. So next day comes around, I go in, I talk to the manager guy. He gives me the box and he says the reason they were charging me like an extra $10 was because the sticker fell off. The sticker they put on fell off. And that kind of just perturbed me. I was like, if y'all put that sticker on and it fell off, isn't that y'all's fault? And he acknowledged that. He was like, yeah, and everything. And he gave me the box and he waived the fee. Which I think is kind of a backhanded way of him trying to say like they did me a favor. But still, I finally got it. So here it is. Cranky sent in an Entertainment Earth box. No, this is not from Entertainment Earth. This is from Cranky. And that's... Hold on, I ruined the timing. And that's gotta be Kane. Oh, there we go. So to go with that Undertaker, got a Kane. I wasn't going to get a Kane. Like I said, if I saw him at Walmart or something, I was going to pick it up. But I wasn't going out of my way to make that the plan. Just for comparison, there we go. Mainly because I have the ringside exclusive Undertaker as Kane, which has the 2 sleeves, and to me represents more of him actually winning the championship. Although, don't get me wrong, it's always nice to have another Attitude Era title belt. But, oh well, doesn't really bother me. Especially because I do think this is like his most iconic look. So, yeah, happy to have it. He looks fantastic. These are going to look great together. And I kind of just figured if I'm going to have WrestleMania Taker, might as well get Kane from that era to go with it. So really good there. And last video, I know this has been really long. I'm trying to keep it under an hour, so I'm going to try to get through this big-ass last box next. Obviously, the first part of this video was a part of the title of this video's namesake. This is the second part of that namesake, and there's a crazy ass story behind this too. So as you can see, we have this really big ass box. It's big. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna lay it back down over here and open it up on the floor and try to like kind of show y'all because god, that's heavy. And go through them. Funny enough, the backstory behind this is pretty crazy. And I'll get into it once you see what it is. But think about it. If the first part of this video is called a multiverse, think of what the next part of it is. If you already guessed it, good for you. Comment if you guessed it, I guess. A lot of packing here. But we have... these are bigger boxes than I thought. The premium DNA Madballs figures. Oh yeah. So, I pre-ordered these a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, called Megalopolis. If you're a collector and you know the tragedy of Megalopolis, then you get it. I hadn't really dealt a lot with Megalopolis. To be totally honest with you, I'm pretty sure the Madballs were the first thing I ever ordered off of there, and I pre-ordered them because Premium DNA had announced an exclusive deal with Megalopolis. So you could only get the Madball figures through them. Then all of a sudden you started seeing the Madballs pop up everywhere else, like Big Bad Toy Store, stuff like that. And these aren't the only thing I pre-ordered off Megalopolis. I also pre-ordered the pumpkin one. That's like a Halloween kind of pumpkin Ghost Rider looking dude. I ordered that one too. I pre-ordered that one too. And I pre-ordered the first set of Barnyard Commandos. That's not a series I particularly plan on getting because I think there's a series 2 for that already. But I only ordered the first ones. Anyway, fast forward a couple of months, or a few months, and Megalopolis just completely goes off the radar. So if you're in the collecting community and you know that store, you get it. Megalopolis just completely went under. There was a lot of shady stuff going on. They didn't have the funds to pay back like suppliers and stuff like that. I think they owed Entertainment Earth like a lot of money at one point and some other companies, and they just completely went under. And if you go to their website, the only thing you can actually look at is like their clothes and t-shirts and stuff. And I don't even know if you can actually order those. You can't even, I don't even think you can sign into your account anymore. And when you pre-ordered from Big Bad Toys or from Megalopolis, they charged you on the spot. Yeah, so basically I was charged for the Madballs, I was charged for the Barnard Commandos, and I was charged for that other Madball figure I ordered. Now all of a sudden they just up and disappear. I was pretty certain I just got screwed. Like all that money's gone. Because these were like $150 for the set. 140, 150, somewhere around there. I think Barnyard Commandos were like 120 or something. But anyway, I was like, okay, I'm going to eat that. That's a loss. Can't get a hold of anybody. And I was reading online on forums. A lot of people were kind of thinking the same thing. And I don't know if this was announced beforehand. Maybe I didn't see it, so maybe I'm just naive to the situation. But a couple of months ago, got an email from Premium DNA. And Premium DNA was telling everybody we are honoring orders from Megalopolis. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, it's still a thing. So screw Megalopolis. I'm just going to say that now. Fuck them. I don't care. But Premium DNA made good on that, so I am giving Premium DNA a big-ass thumbs up for honoring those orders. That is amazing to me. It's one of those things where like I was really worried that I just lost that money, but they pulled through. I think that's the sign of a company that really wants to succeed and make these things work. And so I'm fully willing to support Premium DNA through something like Big Bad Toy Store from now on. For doing that. But as far as Megalopolis itself goes, fuck them. They can stay dead. I don't know which one this one is. Does it say on the box which one this one is? No, it doesn't. It just says Madballs. I guess we could open it up, huh? So I just pulled this one randomly out of the box. It kind of reminds me of Super 7, where there's like an outer box. You know what? I'm an idiot. I didn't have to open it that way. God damn it. I tore the tape off the top. I cut the tape. Oh. Now it won't go back. Damn it. Anyway, I was like, okay, let me just cut the seal off the top. When the reality is, it's a slipcase from the bottom. Jesus. So there we go. Premium DNA. We got Bruiser Brother. Cool. That makes that easier. Next one. We got... Oculus Orbis. I noticed these sold out on Big Bad Toy Store as well. Well, I think 3 of them. Because I saw one that was still available. I just don't remember which one. This dude looks the gnarliest to me just because he's like muscle and bones. For anybody who asks, yes, I did have Madballs as a kid. They used to sell them at Dollar General for like $1 or $2, something like that. And I would go and like my grandpa would buy me 1 or 2. And the Oculus Orbis is one I remember having. And then there's another one in this set I remember having. Some of the other ones I don't. I remember having Splitting Headache. I had that one. He looks pretty gnarly too. These, that's why I like these. They just look so fucked up, but I love it. I like it. I can't wait to open these. I might do a video on these relatively quickly. I don't remember ever having Bruiser Brother. I remember having the eyeball, Splitting Headache or whatever, and then oh, there we go. Hornhead. I remember having this one. So, pretty cool. He has a variant, like a blue variant or something. I saw that one on Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know if I'm going to get it. It looked pretty cool, though. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, there we go. And that's it for this Tales from the Mailbag. We got a shit ton of stuff. But if you know the video, now you understand why it was Multiverse of Madballs. We got the Madballs, which, again, I just, like, kudos to Premium DNA for fulfilling those orders. I really thought that those were just dead. Like, it was just, you know, I knew Big Bad Toy Store was going to have them and everything, but I didn't want to go back and have to reorder, like, you know, like I said, these were like $140, $150 or something like that, and I didn't want it to be like I had to pay $300 for one set, you know? Close to $300 for one set. No, Premium DNA upheld that order. Oh, excuse me. I think the last thing that's held over from Megalopolis, I need that pumpkin head one. The one that's like a pumpkin Madball figure. And then those Barnyard Commandos. Which I kind of regret because I really don't know anything about Barnyard Commandos. I kind of just got them because they look cool. So we'll see. I don't know. Barnyard Commandos, if they ever come in, might get immediately sold. I don't know. But we got those. We got a lot of WWE stuff. Obviously. Finally got a ringside order in. Then, of course, as you know, a lot of DC stuff. Multiverse, now that I'm kind of getting into those. I'll go ahead and say it. Don't get too used to seeing a lot of the Multiverse stuff. You're still going to see way more Marvel Legends than Multiverse on my channel. And my biggest reason for that is I really only want to collect like classic looks for superheroes. I try to always stay more to a classic look. Unless I'm getting a whole set for a Build-A-Figure or something. But as good of a quality as McFarlane can make a figure, I have not been the most excited for the looks that they have chosen. it feels like almost every other figure is a Batman or a Superman or an offshoot of a Batman or a Superman. For a while there, it was nothing but death metal stuff. It's just one of those things where it's like, I get it. DC, you'd be up shit creek without a paddle if it wasn't for Batman. But I don't think that means... I don't know if that means their toys always have to be the same way, too. So as much as I like McFarlane, and something like this Superman looks fantastic, and like I said, the Nightwing looks fantastic, they have the ability to make these great classic-looking characters. But I feel like their choices have been really suspect, and just like... I don't know why we haven't gotten more classic characters, you know? It feels like some odd choices for the ones they have picked. And it also doesn't help that I think, like, there could be a better structure to the waves. You know, like, when you buy a set of Marvel Legends, you know, like, this is that wave. It's an X-Men wave. It's a Spider-Man wave. It's an Avengers wave. Whatever it is. I feel like there's not really a whole lot of structure to the waves with the McFarlane stuff. Like, it's... You know, here's Superman. We're going to throw in an Injustice Gorilla Grodd. Like, just what? But every once in a while, if I see one that's like a classic look for a character and it looks good enough, I'm going to pick it up so I can kind of build up my DC collection, because I have way more Marvel right now, which I'm fine with, to be honest. I do want to get that Build-A-Figure Starro. Did y'all see that? They're making a Build-A-Figure Starro, but it's like a Target exclusive series, which really sucks. And I don't think I want any of the figures that are going to be in that series, probably, so I'm going to have to, like, find the individual Target-exclusive Starro pieces, unless he gets released as a whole figure, like, King Shark is. Either way, thank you for sitting through this if you sat through the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to cut this in half or not, and, like, do 2 parts. Regardless, I know it's been a while. I wanted to do a big thing coming back into this. I figured the mailbag was a good way to start. So, thank you. If you sat through this, like, holy shit, thank you. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You do not have to, but I always appreciate anybody who does. And just thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you. I know this is, like I said it before, but, like, thanks to Premium DNA for following through with those orders. And that's going to be it for this one. I'm going to start unboxing some stuff today while I'm off and feeling a little bit better, and try to get some videos in the pipeline. The ones that I already have in the pipeline are almost done editing, or I'm almost done editing, so look for those pretty soon. But yeah, thank you, and I will catch you guys in the next video.